We are officially filming right now on the tablet. Um, I was going to, good afternoon, everybody. It's 1:43 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. I just looked at the date, October 13th. Yeah, Thursday. Damn, next October 13th will be a Friday. Y'all niggas better stay the fuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, Friday the 13th, you know what I'm saying? Shit. That's the day Brendan went to prison and shit, so you better stay your ass inside. But that nigga stayed inside too, but he had people around him. So you better stay inside all by your fucking self. No company on Friday the 13th. Nobody. You don't want anybody around you. They're most likely the devil. So, anyway, Chad Xavier here recording live from Duluth, GA. I'm in a weird mood right now. I'm kind of depressed from I'm having a vision. I'm kind of getting a feeling about some shit. So I want to talk about that real quickly before we even. I'm recording audio at the same time. That's why I'm holding these headphones. I'm recording audio right now, and on my Tascam recorder, I can show it to you really quickly, but I don't want to fuck with it. And then, you know what I'm saying? So basically, man, there's some shit called transhumanism, bro. Transhumanism and posthumanism. The first time I ever learned about those words were in 2012. I was 21 years old. I was living in Covington, Georgia on Brownsbridge Road in Leavestone neighborhood apartment complex. So I'm inside of the office on the laptop, on the desktop computers in the computer room. I used to be in there a lot and shit. So, it's fucking Mormons. I remember those bitch ass Mormons used to fuck with me. It's always the religious people you can't fucking trust. You fake ass bitches. I would have whooped your fucking asses. Fuck y'all. Real shit. Real shit. The Mormons wanna fucking try you and shit. Nigga, I will whoop your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? God won't save you, bitch. But anyway, I was fuck these bitch ass motherfuckers. So anyway, like I said, I remember everything. Bitch ass Mormons. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying those Mormons were bitch ass Mormons. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all Mormons are bitch ass Mormons. I'm just saying. Because Justin's a Mormon. Justin's cool. But those were the missionaries. Those are the fake bitches. Can't trust them. I don't fucking trust y'all. Who the fuck do you think you are? Why you on a computer? Go out there and preach Mormon. What the fuck is your problem? The fuck are you doing in here, bitch? You feel me? Fuck nigga. Anyway, yeah, I don't forget shit. Yeah, I forget a lot of shit. I don't forget everything. So, transhumanism. I'm in the computer room one time. I'm researching some shit. I don't know what the fuck I was researching, but I stumbled across some shit called transhumanism and the 42-year era. It was an article. Excuse me. It was an article. So I'm reading the article about transhumanism, and basically it was saying from the year either 2022 or 2024, between 2022 and 2024, it was going to start. So the 42-year era is going to last until 2026. So I guess that means it starts in 2024. You just got to add it up. I'm just kind of scrambled brain right now, but you got to add that up. Just add 42 years to 2022 and 2024. Whichever one comes to 2066, that's when it started. So regardless of that, we're in that 2-year window where it started. So we are now in the age of transhumanism. So what I'm doing now is making this video as a warning, right? There's this movie coming out called Megan. And that shit is going to be a great film. But I was taught as a child by my brother Justin, I'm Chad Films and shit, so I was taught some wild shit. I was taught about the Illuminati and predictive programming and things like that as a kid from my brother. Before the internet really popped off, it wasn't like independent research. Nah, nigga, I was spoon fed the shit by my brother. But he didn't want to tell me certain names of shit, so he would just tell me the concept. Like, they're making movies about what they're going to do to you. It's a sick joke. It's a sick joke. They're making movies about what they are going to do to you. So you're looking at it like it's a movie, but they're really preparing you for what they're going to do to you. So it's a real sick joke because you're paying to watch the movie. You're paying to see it. So they're making money from you entertaining yourself from something they're going to use against you in the future. They're warning you. It's predictive programming. But he didn't use that term as a kid, predictive programming. He might not have even known that term, but he broke it down. It's like they put the plan in the fucking movies, basically. Like, I knew that at 7. I knew that before 10. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm Chad Films. So, I'm in the computer room in Leafstone reading the article. It's basically saying is um, transhumanism is it's the merging of technology with the human body. That's going to be a problem. Now, once I learned about it, I did not research it any further, and I did not talk about it to anybody. I just kind of was like, this is going to be 10 years from now, so let me just kind of just wait and just see what happens. But I was always wondering, when I would so I learned about this the year before I bought the Bitcoin, basically in 2012. So I bought the Bitcoin in 2013. Like, I'm so ahead of the curve. Curve. I don't know what the actual phrase is. Ahead of the curve or ahead of the curve. I'm not really sure. So maybe it's the curve. I'm ahead of the curve. I don't know. So but I really am. So but back then I wouldn't have known that. So now I'm telling you. So it doesn't matter what you think about it, because I'm the one that's ahead of the curve. You're not the one making a video warning niggas about it, so I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Like, you've already shown what you know. You're just an observer. You just scrolled down, found it, and said what you thought about it. Nobody really cares what you think, because you're not ahead of the curve. You can't see shit coming. That's why you got so many questions. Well. You're so fucking lost. And they have us so conditioned to be peer pressure susceptible. You're so susceptible to, let me can't speak for myself on that one. I'm not, but I can't speak for you either. You're not like me. I'm not susceptible to peer pressure. I rebel against peer pressure. I'm not wearing the same clothes as you bitches. I'm not buying the same shoes as you bitches. I'm not fucking the same bitches as you bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm not engaging in sex with the same women as you bitches. Like, I'm not doing anything you bitches do. Everything you do, I'm gonna do the complete opposite. Just because you're going left, I'm about to go right. Real shit. I'm not following you, bitch. You feel me? I'm not a follower. I stand alone. I don't have a lot of friends. I stand alone. I'm a lone wolf. I stand alone. That's what it is. So when I have these visions, I warn you. Yeah, it's a warning. I don't really care what you think. It's a fucking warning. Here's what's about to happen. So last year, I realized transhumanism was here. They start showing videos about it, so I started watching documentaries about it. Transhumanism, posthumanism, and the 42-year era. Basically, the 42-year era, they call it an era. An era is really like a very long time. It sounds like 42 years could be a nice era, but they say an era is like way longer than half a century. But that seems about right. It's about half a century. That's an era. So they call it the era though because in between those 42 years, humankind will see more technological advances than it has ever seen up to this point. Like, it is going to be the most drastic fucking change ever fucking seen. These next 42 years are going to be crazy. They are going to be crazy. and it's scary because everyone around you is so susceptible to peer pressure. Motherfuckers wear the same fucking clothes. Niggas buy the same phones. Niggas buy the iPhone every year. Niggas buy the new Jordans, the old Jordans, the vintage Jordans. And then the niggas who couldn't afford it, they murder the ones that can. So not only are you all wearing the same shit, but like you don't see the haphazardness. You don't see the hazard in valuing the same shit as the nigga next to you. If I value what he values and I get it and he doesn't have it, now he'll just try to kill me to get it because I have what he values. So it's like if all these niggas value Jordans, then I'm not ever wearing any Jordans because now I'm wearing what they value. But how do you value an object? How do you value materials? How do you value clothes? How do you value shoes? No matter how much you spend on the shoes, your feet are still gonna stink up the shoes. The shoes are still gonna wear out. The amount of money that you spent on the shoes doesn't make it more durable. Like you niggas are so stupid, with all due fucking respect. But how much respect do you show someone who values clothes? Don't you wake up sweaty? Don't you sweat in your sleep? Don't you sweat inside of your clothes all day? So we're spending all of our money on expensive fabrics that we are gonna get sweaty with our body sweat, glands, odor, all of that shit. Buying $100 Gucci shirt doesn't stop your armpits from fucking sweating up the shirt. So it's just like really stop and think about that shit. You're spending hundreds of dollars on fabric that your body releases odor, and you're gonna be, if anything, you wanna kind of buy some kind of clothes that might like restrict the sweat or something like that has that kind of effect. But it's like I don't give a fuck what you niggas do. Go ahead and spend all your money on Air Jordans, and then you see Michael Jordan on the street, and he won't even talk to you. Fuck Michael Jordan. I'll walk right past that bitch. I'll mean mug that nigga. Like I was a fucking Detroit Piston or some shit. Like real shit. Like, how's your new wife? You fucking sell out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe's better than you only because Kobe actually inspired me more than you did. Like, I don't even want to talk about Michael Jordan. It's like talking about Drake and Jay-Z. They're all the same. They should all just like, and get P. Diddy and just all just fuck each other in the ass or something. I'm sorry to say it like that, but just P. Diddy, Jay-Z, Drake, and Michael Jordan, just fucking sellouts. And Drake's the only one that's Jewish, so he's like, he shouldn't even be in the conversation. He's fucking Jewish. He's not. He was just infiltrated. He was used to infiltrate our community. Like, just motherfuckers just. So it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And these are your idols. I don't idolize any of those bitches. Like, so anyway, I just say it like that. It is what it is. I'm a fucking nobody. Who cares what I fucking say? Fuck them all. You feel me? Fuck us all. Anyway, I'm warning you niggas about transhumanism, bro. The music you hear in the background is 528 hertz frequency. That's my favorite frequency to listen to. I knew about the binaural beats from when I was like 18, 19 and shit. Back when Apple iTunes, you could buy like, it was like called iDozer or some shit, where it was like a binaural beat with like drugs in it, like LSD binaural beat. And like back in the day before the binaural beats even popped up, like I said, I'm way ahead of the curve. There's so much stuff I never mentioned that I knew about because who gives a fuck? And I gauge people. If I talk about crypto and you don't even understand crypto, then that lets me know, just shut the fuck up with this nigga. He's stupid as fuck. Don't even tell him shit about transhumanism because he doesn't even understand crypto. And then maybe you should tell him about transhumanism so you could tell him the importance of why you should have invested in crypto in the first place. Because only the people who invested in crypto are going to be able to really afford to partake in transhumanism and also to not partake in it and protect themselves. You know, like we're getting into the age of the 1984 book by Orson Welles. I believe that's his name, right? Orson Welles, or no. Orson Welles or George Orwell. They're both authors, I believe. Could be thinking of different. Orson Welles might be Animal Farm, but I think both of them were Animal Farm. I think Animal Farm was written by the same guy that did 1984. Yeah, 1984 and Animal Farm are by the same person. I want to say it's George Orwell. Who the fuck is Orson Welles? Did I make that name up? Is he a real author? I gotta look this thing up. Who the fuck is he? Who's Orson Welles? I really think that's an author. So anyway, Animal Farm is one of my favorite books. I love to listen to it when I go to sleep. I used to go to sleep listening to Animal Farm when I was living in New York for 4 years by myself. And I was just so lonely in my own apartment and just trying to heal from my mental pain. And I was kind of just beginning the journey of healing from my sexual trauma. I have some of the fondest memories of listening to Animal Farm while I go to sleep. It was such a peaceful slumber. I would just wake up in the middle of the night and it would be playing. Then I'll wake up and roll some blunts and do some recording and stuff. That's just been the greatest joy of my life. It's just like resting my mind, waking up refreshed with a refreshed mind, smoking some weed so my mind's even more stable emotionally. So like I'm in a really good place mentally because I just woke up from a nap and now I'm high and I'm also expressing myself now. So it was a triple combination of 3 different things to make you feel better. You kind of have to overlap them. You have to like use them all as a weapon back to back. You know, go to sleep, wake up, refresh brain, wake and bake. Now your brain is like in a good place emotionally, and then you're recording and you're expressing yourself. So it's like a triple whammy because you can do all 3 of those things separate, but to do them back to back is like wake up, wake and bake, and express yourself immediately. So that's how I was able to keep my emotions at bay. So anyway, 1984, George Orwell, he was like warning you about this dystopian reality. And Animal Farm was not too much like that. It didn't seem to be too much of a dystopian reality, maybe. But I think 1984 was really more so dystopian reality. Now, I never fully listened to 1984. I might have played it a few times while I was sleeping and tried to listen to it. But I always really just liked Animal Farm more. And yeah, I just have a huge fondness for Animal Farm. I watched all the films. I watched the animated film and the live action film. And they're both good. Which one do I like better? I don't know. I don't think you can really compare live action to animated. You should just be grateful that they made both for the same fucking movie. But it just shows how old the book was because I think the time span in between the animated film and the live action might have been a long time or similar. I have to look it up. It's been a while. I like to just go off of memory at first just to test my memory. Really, I could easily look it all up, but I'm using all of my shit, so I can't really look anything up. I have my tablet posted up against my laptop with the Wi-Fi, so I can't do anything on it unless I switch the angle to back over there. So it's like whatever. So anyway, back to transhumanism. So I started watching documentaries on it last year, it's like the beginning of this dystopian reality type shit, man. Like it's gonna be real easy to do all that. Because when you're listening to Animal Farm in 1984, reading it, you're wondering like, what's the shift into this dystopian reality? What's gonna be the catalyst? What's the tectonic plate shift? You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's the underwater shit. Like, Pangea and shit, tectonic plate shift, underwater. It causes the tsunamis, and it causes the continents to break apart or whatnot. So it's like, what's gonna cause the tectonic shift into dystopian reality? How do we get there? That's what I used to wonder back then. How are we gonna fucking get there? They're warning us about this shit. What's the shift? How do we go from what we have now to that shit? Like, you go watch the Keanu Reeves film in 1994 or something, right after he did Speed. Speed was 1994, so it was like somewhere around that time. What's it called? Johnny Mnemonic. And mnemonic is a crypto phrase now. They use mnemonic phrases to lock your crypto account. So just the fact that that was in there, it was like, okay, that's weird. Then in the film, they had some shit called the iPhone, but he literally put some visors on and it was an iPhone. So I was like, that's some shit. Then at the beginning, he was being chased by the Shiba boys. And I was like, oh, Shiba Inu. Like, it was just like, I picked all that shit up. Like, they didn't know, I would think they wouldn't have known. There's really going to be something called an iPhone one day. There's really going to be something called Shiba one day. There's really going to be, like, it was like, almost like the metaverse. This nigga, like, he had an avatar and he was, like, using headsets to get into the internet. He was navigating the internet with augmented reality. He had augmented reality. It's predictive fucking programming. I'm telling you the names of everything that exists now that was in the fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? He had augmented reality, bro. He was using augmented reality, bro. Augmented reality is doing shit like this, bro. Surfing the internet like this, bro. What the fuck? We gotta use laptops and shit. This nigga had gloves on, bro, and a visor, bro. Doing shit like this in like 94. The movie had Ice-T in it. You know what I'm saying? And it had the bad guy from Blade, from the first Blade. One of the vampires that got killed by Deacon Frost and shit. You know what I'm saying? The main vampire that got killed by Deacon Frost. He played a bad guy in the film. And they probably had a few other famous actors in there. I can't really remember right now. Excuse me. But basically, and then like what? He was transporting data in his brain. Transhumanism type shit, man. Like, it was just, I can peep all the predictive program. I'm watching that shit like, yo. I was like, yo. How'd I just see this fucking movie? How come no one talks about this fucking movie? Yo, like, iPhone? Shiba? What? I was like, bro. Anyway, so transhumanism, I started looking it up last year. Watching documentaries on it. Posthumanism, transhumanism. Going to sleep, listening to the shit. Going to sleep. That's how I download stuff. I go to sleep listening to it. Nigga, I study in my sleep. That's what I'm saying. You niggas can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I study in my sleep, bitch. You can't fuck with me. I've been going to sleep listening to Machiavelli's The Prince since I was like 20. Art of War. Robert Greene, Art of Seduction. Like, that's like a comedy album to me. The one book I can't go to sleep listening to is Think and Grow Rich. Or even like The Law of Success, which is what Think and Grow Rich is derived from. The audiobook for Think and Grow Rich is 8 hours long. The audiobook for the 24 Laws of Success is 24 hours long. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Think and Grow Rich is 1/3 of the actual text. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, so I try to go to sleep listening to that shit. I can't, because it's too intellectually stimulating. I just can't fall asleep with that shit playing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I remember one time I had spent a night at Sean's house. This dude, Sean, that I worked with at Ingles. And I was there for like a week, just going to work from there, basically. And I used to listen to that book there with him, smoking weed and shit. And I think he was listening to it with me, and I think he enjoyed it. He was like, yeah, there's some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, transhumanism, bro, I just want to do like a warning, because just look it up, bro. Transhumanism is here. It's here. And I'm just having visions about this shit now. It got me kind of depressed. Kind of want to go back to sleep. Like, damn, I had this whole other project I wanted to work on. But then, that damn Megan trailer came on again. Like that fucking trailer for the movie Megan, bro. That's what made me really start thinking about the shit. I had to go on Facebook and warn these niggas real quick, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all niggas like dumb and shit, but like, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Here's a warning, nigga. Like that's what a warning is. Like, I see it coming, you don't. Here you go. It's a warning. Take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. I know I said it to you. I'll sleep peacefully. When it happens, bitch, you'll remember me. So you can be like, damn. Real shit. When you start hearing about that shit and seeing that shit. So, transhumanism is the merging of technology into the human body. You just gotta look it up, bro. Like, I'm gonna start looking it up more and writing down notes and coming back and making videos, really talking about the certain things. It's a lot, bro. Just look that shit up. It's transhumanism, it's posthumanism. You either look it up or you don't. I don't give a fuck. But I warned you, motherfuckers, man. Like, real shit. Like, it's the merging of technology into the human body. And people are so weak and susceptible to peer pressure. Like I said, you all wear the same fucking clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I dress like Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, the cops leave me alone. But because y'all all wear the same clothes, if one of y'all bitches commits a crime, now all of y'all bitches are in the lineup because you all look alike. Unless a motherfucker commits a crime dressed like Michael Jackson, bitch, I'm safe. They'll be like, cops see me, yo, there was a crime that happened here. And I was like, yeah, well, you see my outfit? I was wearing this all day. What's the description of the person you're looking for? All right, then. Because I look like somebody you should be paying to talk to. Like, you know, you should be paying to see me on stage or some shit. That's how I look. I look like I'm about to go to a show, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, can't you see me from a block away? Like, I'm wearing some shiny shit. Like, I look like I'm not hiding from anybody, right? All right, then. That's why I dress like this, bitch. You can keep going. You cannot say I fit the description of any nigga because no niggas out there dressed like Michael Jackson. But all you niggas dressed the fucking same. That's what I'm saying. And you're all in the lineup together. Like, I think so far ahead, like, bro, I'm not about to be looking like these niggas. I'm not about to end up in a lineup with these niggas. When the cops question me, they already know, like, yeah, this not the nigga I'm looking for. Exactly. Not the nigga you looking for. I tell the cops straight up, like, you bitches ain't looking for me. Real shit. You want my ID? Here you go. You bitches ain't looking for me. I was at work all day. You want to call my boss? You know what I'm saying? This is my ride. Tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like, you niggas ain't looking for me. Or you want my fingerprint? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, oh shit. Like, I offered it. I was like, yo, you want my ID? You want to run my shit? You want to run my ID, bro? Here, run my ID. Tell me if I got some warrants, because this is the only way I can figure out. And if I got some warrants, then I figured out the hard way. So, you tell me, nigga. Here's my fucking ID. Yo, I don't have my ID on me. It's in this bag. And the bag is fucking see-through, too. It's from Amazon. That shit see-through. Like, he was like, just don't reach for nothing. I'm like, I ain't reaching for shit. Like, my family cops, nigga, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I know the rules, bitch. Like, I'm not digging in my bag. I'm gonna dump everything out. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, nigga. You see how I'm dressed? Like, I prepare for war, nigga. Like, mentally, like, nah, nigga. You bitches ain't looking for me. I ain't commit no fucking crime except smoking some fucking weed, which I didn't do today. So, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? The only crime I commit, I ain't even committed yet. So, you're not looking for me, bitch. Anyway, transhumanism, posthumanism, you're gonna have to pick your side, bro. Which one are you? Are you a transhumanist? Are you a posthumanist? Are you neutral? It's basically hawk, dove, or chicken. And that's a 1960s Vietnam reference. You know, y'all would never have caught that. But that's a war term. Are you a hawk, dove, or chicken? Real shit. Hawk, dove, or chicken. Hawk means you're ready for war. You want to go to war with Vietnam or any war. Dove, obviously, peace. No. Chicken, you just don't do shit. You're just a bitch. Hawk, dove, or chicken. Most of y'all are chickens. So, but a lot of y'all are hawks, and only a few of y'all are doves. We need more doves in the world. There's too many hawks out there and chickens. The hawks should eat the chickens, and something should eat the hawks. What eats hawks? I don't know. We need fucking eagles. We need falcons or some shit, man. We need, you know what I'm saying? We need megalodon. I don't fucking know what we need. We need pterodactyls in this bitch. You're a hawk, dove, chicken, or pterodactyl. I'm a fucking pterodactyl. I'm gonna fucking eat the hawks, bro. Fuck this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pterodactyl dove. Anyway, I'm having too much fun. So, transhumanism, bro, is the merging of technology into the body. You're gonna have to pick your side. There's gonna be some wild shit going on. Like I said, the masses are so susceptible to peer pressure. You all wear the same clothes. You all chase the same women. You all have the same hoes. Like, you know, like you all follow each other. So you're not gonna have, based on that, you're not going to have the intestinal fortitude to not, uh, like you're like, all right, I'm in this apartment. So let's say every other person in my apartment, just this fucking building. I'm in building 4. This everybody else in building 4, upstairs, downstairs, real shit. Everybody, and then the other building 4. Everybody in this bitch gets, transhumanized, basically becomes transhuman. They transition from human to like non-human, and they're merging technology with their body, and they're doing all of the things that are happening. And I'm the only one that's not. That's gonna be rough. It's gonna be very rough. These niggas are gonna have super fucking powers. Basically, transhumanism was Marvel. All of that Marvel Cinematic Universe, all of the comic books, all of those superheroes, all of those superpowers, that shit is transhumanism. And a lot of that shit is real. And that shit is going to happen. So we're going to have... They made a Netflix show about it, like, where everyone's a superhero now type shit. Everybody has powers. And like, bro, they're slowly warning you. Like, if you want to know what's happening now, you have to go back and watch the sci-fi movies from 30 years ago, no matter what time you're in. So right now, 2022, all of the 1990s science fiction films that have been predictively programming us for an entire generation. 30 years is a generation. They kind of broke it up into 15 years because they're trying to like kill us and fuck us up. So they have babies making babies. That's why motherfuckers get pregnant at 15. Bitch, 15 years is not a fucking generation. How the fuck? It's supposed to be 30. Bitch, my mother's mother was born in 1930. My mother was born in 1960. I was born 3 days before 1990. That's a generation. So, man, it was Manny Graciano that brought that to my attention. Like, because someone else had asked me, it was like, do you know how long a generation is? I was like, I want to say it's 20 years or some shit. He was like, it's 30. You were close. And I was like, cool. Then I'm talking to Manny. Manny was like, it could have been Manny. But Manny was like, yeah, man, they fucked us up with the millennials and shit. They fucked us up. They cut our shit in half. They got babies making babies. That's why they got teen mom, 15 and fucking 16 and pregnant and shit. Real shit. Like, they fucked us up. They got babies making babies. So one generation is bringing in the same generation. That shit's stupid. That shit crazy. So anyway, like, we're not gonna have the intestinal fortitude to resist knowing that all of these other people around us have all these superpowers, and we're just normal mortals. And now, of course, because they're that susceptible to peer pressure, they're evil, and they're gonna use those superpowers against you. And that's the peer pressure of it. It's more than just, oh, he has the new Jordans, I want the new Jordans too, so I'm not left out. Nah, this nigga got Jordans that could fucking fly. So it's like, I want Jordans that could fucking fly too, otherwise he's gonna be flying to better jobs than me. Type shit. Like, people are such sheep and cattle and piranha and sharks and barracuda. People are just animals. They're just animals. I don't consider you all people anymore. There's nothing civilized about you. I'm sorry to say it like that. There's nothing civilized about you niggas. We built a jungle. We built a civilization inside of the jungle. It took me a minute to realize it. Like, nigga, that's why being homeless is such a big deal, because you're in the concrete jungle. So once you're homeless inside of the concrete jungle. You're inside of this concrete area of the jungle. We just put concrete in the jungle. We're still in the jungle. We never left. We're animals. And if we're homeless, not having this dwelling, now we're in the concrete jungle homeless. And we're only a few steps away from being in the real, actual wilderness. But we are in the jungle. There's nothing civilized about us. This is not civilization. This is a jungle village. It's just a very advanced jungle village. There's nothing civilized about the human race. Nothing civilized about you motherfuckers. Don't ever call yourself civil. And you don't deserve civil rights because there's nothing civil about you. That's why niggas gotta fight for civil rights. How civilized can we be if we're fighting for civil rights? We're fighting for human rights. Obviously, we're animals. Human rights, civil rights, we're fucking animals. Right? If we're fucking humans and civil, why are we fighting over human and civil rights? You know? I need some fucking weed. This shit is blowing me. This shit is fucking blowing me. So now it's like, well, this will be your calling card. Now you can go viral. This is your fucking calling card. You'll be the nigga that warned them. So just fuck it. Just fuck it. Because I want to write stories about this shit anyway. But kind of just want to write philosophy about it. I don't really want to write stories anymore. I don't want to write fiction anymore. I'm tired of fiction. I don't even really want to write film scripts. Because it's still fiction. If I write a film script, it's going to have to be something else. Just a film script about just philosophy. I don't know, just a nigga sitting down talking. And just, because I always loved Quentin Tarantino and his conversation, his dialogue, and just the characters talking. That was always like the best for me. Just the Reservoir Dogs opening scene of the Madonna like a virgin, that type of shit. Then the Pulp Fiction conversation about the Mick Royale, the Royale with cheese. It was like, well, what do they call the Whopper? I don't know. I didn't go to Burger King. Like, what the fuck? Like real shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Inglourious Bastards, the conversations with at the beginning. He always has those beginning conversations. Like Quentin Tarantino's the GOAT, man. Like that's my favorite director. He's the GOAT. Like I love Quentin Tarantino so much. I wish I could just kiss him on the forehead. Like, mwah! You know what I'm saying? Like, mwah! And you just slap the fuck out of me. Like, does this look like dead nigger storage to you? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? That was the only thing. It was like, Quentin Tarantino, you're a little bit too free willy-nilly with the word nigger and shit. That shit not cool. Because if I use words like wop and chink and, you know what I'm saying? So like that's the only thing that like hurts. It's like, damn, when like, but that's how you white people are. So what can I expect from you? You're a fucking vampire. But you make good films though. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It's like white people call us niggers. So I call white people vampires. It's a lot nicer. But it hurts worse than the word nigger. Because you made that word up. But we all know what vampire means. White people are vampires. Just leeches. You just suck everything dry until it's dead. That's what you do. The sun will kill you. You don't care about anything but your fucking self. You're caveman. The psychological boundary of a caveman, of someone born in the ice, in the snow, they can only care about themselves. But we are tropical people, tribes, we care about other people. You know what I'm saying? Like black people have more compassion than white people. That's how they enslaved us in the first place. How does the slave owner have more compassion? How is the slave owner a better person than the slave? And then to think about that is now you're saying that you want a weak slave. How can you enslave somebody weaker than you? Like who wants a weaker slave? If you had slaves, wouldn't you want the best of the best? The strongest motherfuckers to do your work? How are you going to enslave somebody inferior to you and have them do all your dirty work? They're inferior. You get it? So it takes a long time as a black man, as a so-called American Negro, to reach that level. At least for me, it took me a while to reach that level of understanding of like, okay, I see what's really going on here. You motherfuckers had your fun, so I'll just call you vampires. You know, but my mother's mother was half white because her mother was raped by her father, which owned her mother, who was, you know, her father was an Alabama or Mississippi lawyer. So I can say what I want about white people. I have it in my blood. There's no hatred. Do you see any hatred? There's no fucking hatred. I love white people. Y'all motherfuckers are vampires, man. I guess I love vampires. You know what I'm saying? But like that's how I do it. It's like it's a like don't worry. I'm gonna equally talk shit about everybody. Don't worry. No one gets left out. I talk shit about niggas. I'm talking shit about white people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, everybody is gonna get it. Everyone will have their turn. Don't worry. Everyone should be equally offended by the time this goes off. I don't want anybody to feel left out. You know what I'm saying? As far as the black and white equation, all the other races, they don't have fucking power anyway. You know, until they come in our neighborhood and start shopping, you know, open up shops, so we shop with them and they take the money out of it. You know what I'm saying? I could go so far and deep on all types of shit, and then you'll just hate me. And I'm not really trying to be hated, bro, you know, but I don't give a fuck if you niggas love me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna speak my truth. You know, it is what it is. But transhumanism, let's stay on topic. Transhumanism is just, like, they made that movie Megan. That's what really made me start thinking about it. I'm like, yo, androids are the fucking devil. Androids should be banned. We should not have androids, robots, none of that shit. White people are gonna use that as a weapon against us to enslave us again. Literally. What's a gun to an android? You know, a sentient being, artificial intelligence with artificial emotion and singularity of consciousness, and being able to be uploaded and to download information from the internet right there, to a being with the internet in his brain. Basically, the internet is his brain. Basically, like, his brain is connected to the internet. Like that shit is fucking scary. That shit is crazy. That shit is not fucking cool. That shit's not fucking cool. Like, I remember, like, in 2015, like, I was watching that video about Sophia, way back in the day before she was on Will Smith's YouTube channel. They knew about Sophia. There was another nigga, I forgot his name, but she had a buddy, and they were talking to him. And the man android, the buddy was like, you know, like, there was a man asking him questions and shit, and then the male android was like, you know, the man was like, what are you trying to do? What are y'all gonna do? The fucking android man says, we're gonna enslave humanity, basically. Like, we're gonna, like, wipe out the human race. Like, basically said some shit like that, we're gonna take over the world. Sophia was like, he's just joking. Like, it was like, that bitch lying to us, bro. Like, she probably, like, cussed him out after that. Like, yo, why the fuck you say that? Yo, listen, don't do that. Like, real shit. Like, bro, that shit's giving me a headache. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to warn you all real quickly. We've been going for 42 minutes. I'm so good at this shit. I would just flow for like an hour and just effortlessly. Like, it's nothing. That's why I want to do stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? No routines, bitch. I'm just gonna tell you what I'm thinking right now. Fuck it. You're gonna get this chat right now. Who I am right now, you're about to get this nigga. So if I'm mad as fuck, that's just what it is. If I'm really sad right now, then that's where my jokes are based on. If I'm in a good space right now, then that's the centerpiece, and then we can go everywhere else. Like, I feel real good right now, but I just came from here, and then from there I came from here. So I was mad, then I was sad, or I was sad, then I was mad, but now I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, kind of thing. Y'all just walked into the Glad Chad show, or y'all walked into the Mad Chad show, or y'all niggas walked into the Sad Chad show. However I am right now, that's how I have to express myself from that perspective, and I just have to do my best to be funny with that perspective. If I'm really sad right now, that would be funny. I'll figure out a way to make fun of my sadness. If I'm really mad right now, that's going to be easier for you to laugh, because you'll be able to just laugh at how angry I am and how I try to philosophize my own anger. Did I say that right? Philosophize my anger, my, you know, how I talk myself down in so many ways. So that's basically it, man. Take a break and try to get back into what I was going to do. I'm just like, just trying to get my mind together. But transhumanism, man, is here. But yeah, where my brain is now, I just want to write philosophy. and manifestos. I'm all drained out on the creative fiction. I can still do it. I just don't have the full desire like that. I still want to write. I don't want to box myself into writing about the story or this and that. I just want to write, whether it's a diary, philosophy, manifesto, like along those lines. And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Like I'm going into dangerous territory with that. But it is what it is. Niggas need warnings. So I just, at 33, I really just want to write philosophy and diaries and manifestos. Just pure thoughts. Just pure emotion, pure feeling. No construct, no cinematic universe, no. I don't want to be contained by that anymore. That contains you. And I've proven myself to myself when it comes to creative fiction. I don't have too much more to prove, even though I've gotten really good at it and the stories will only get better. But just what's on my heart, I just want to do philosophy. That's why my YouTube videos now that I'm coming back, they're not like, I'm not really trying to entertain you. I'll do my cover songs and this and that, but this is for posterity. This is for when I'm dead. So I have to make sure that I leave these messages behind. I have messages to leave behind now. And so I want to wish you all a great day, and I hope you all have a great day. And, you know, you should really look into transhumanism, posthumanism. I'll come back and keep making these kind of videos about this topic. This is just going to have to be the first one. It's already an hour long, so we're going to have to just stop it. I haven't eaten yet. It's 2:30. I should hurry up and eat something. I'm already getting a headache. You all have a great day, and I apologize if I offended you, but if you're offended, that's just your ego. So I apologize if I offended your ego, but I say that because there's like a quote from maybe like Eckhart Tolle from The Power of Now or A New Earth kind of thing, where it was like, any part of us that is offended is not us. So if you were offended by anything I said, that's not even you, bitch. Real shit. Real shit. Any part of you that was offended, that's not even the real you, bitch. You feel me? He was offended. Your ego. Fuck him. You feel me? That's your problem. That's why you're offended. Because you don't say fuck your ego. Fuck my ego. Any part of me that's offended is not me. So when I said, kind of offended by Quentin Tarantino, it wasn't offended. It was just hurt. It was just hurt because I'm like supporting your film, watching your film, and like you're like just be like, it just hurt. That's all. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm offended. I still watching movies, but it's just like a little bit too willy-nilly with that word, bro. Like, you're stepping out of line. But you're white. That's what white people do.